So after this phrase, let me get rid of the music, and we're going to have the second part, right? Second part of our class recording. Okay. By the way, guys, I remembered your comment, your reminder, the first half, so I started recording immediately. This second part or second half of the November 19th session for the ELT125 course section, right? Section. What section are you guys? Section?
Section 1.
Section 1, exactly. Section 1. So what are we talking about, Marieta? Do you remember the subject that we were discussing during the first half? Half for a British, half for an American. What was the subject? What was the topic, Marieta? In general, of course, in general words. Okay, I don't know if Marieta, if you are there or if you're not. I don't see any message, but in general, what we were reviewing, right, talking about was elision. Elision for sounds d, as in day, for sounds t, as in toy, right? The initial sounds of each of those words. And the last that we were discussing was the elision of a schwa, right? So from sometimes 3 syllables, right? We have, or the speaker ends up saying 2 syllables and not 3. I wanted to skip this to go to this. So for instance, interesting contains 3 syllables. Yes? Interesting. Medicine also 3, right? How do you pronounce the next one?
Evening.
Evening, exactly. Evening, 2 syllables. The next one?
History.
If you say history, you're saying 3 syllables.
History.
Try with 2 syllables.
History.
History, exactly. Some speakers say history. What about the next one?
The English is liar. It's a liar.
So what about the next word?
Sorry, teacher, I don't want to offend you.
Oh, you're not offending me. I'm Chilean. I'm not English. So none offense taken, right?
No. Thank you, teacher. Thank you.
Sure. So laboratory, some speakers would say laboratory. Some speakers would produce 3 syllables and not 4. Try the following. Similar, right? Similar. Some speakers may say 2 and not 3. Most of speakers would say 3 syllables, right, for this one. Now, for the next one, you can say, or some speakers can say literal. Literal, 3 syllables, but there may be 2. Try pronouncing the word using 2 syllables only.
Literal.
Exactly, literal. Literal becomes literal. Now, see the next one. Basically. 4 syllables. Try with 3. That's a good one, is it?
Basically.
Excellent. Basically. You got it. Basically. Essentially, this, which is basically, a schwa gets elided, right? What about the next one? Is it every?
Every.
Start with a.
Every.
Every, perfect. Every, 2 syllables, right? What about the next one?
Nursery.
Nursery, nursery.
Nursery.
Exactly, nursery. 2 syllables. The next one can be pronounced using 2 syllables or 3. How's that?
Camera.
How's that? Camera, 3.
Camera.
Camera, exactly. Camera, camera, camera. 2 syllables. Camera would be with 3, right? The first one in the second slide may be pronounced using 5 syllables or 4. Using 5 would be elementary, elementary. Many schwas, right? Remember, not all of the sounds are going to sound like a. Many of these are going to sound like elementary, elementary. So if you say elementary, 4, elementary, elementary, 5 syllables, right? The next one, is it busyness? Busyness?
Business.
Business, right? Business, 2 syllables. The next word, some speakers use 3 syllables or 2 syllables to pronounce it. Desperate, 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 right? The next one, it could be with 4 or 3 syllables. Necessary, or what do you think? Necessary, 4 syllables. What if you try with 3 syllables only?
I think that it will be necessary.
All right, excellent. Necessary, 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 necessary. It's hard for me to say it. Necessary, necessary. All right. What about the next one? Some speakers produce 3 syllables. Others may pronounce this word with 2 syllables. Some would say, what do you think?
Diamond.
Okay.
And diamond.
Excellent. Diamond and diamond, exactly. So the difference is, again, a schwa, right? Diamond, diamond. In the next word, some speakers use 4 syllables, others use 3. Virtually, virtually. For try only with 3 syllables.
Virtually.
Virtually, exactly. Virtually, you got it. Virtually. That's 3 syllables only. Now, extraordinary has only 5, right? Extraordinary, or not? Extraordinary, 5. Can you make it in less? Extraordinary. No?
I think we can't. It sounds weird if we do short.
Right. If we elide one schwa, it sounds weird, right? What about the next one? The spelling is right, okay? The spelling is right. It's what we call in Spanish cementerio, but the spelling is like that. Some people would say cemetery, 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 or may use only 3 syllables. how do you say this word using only 3 syllables? Is that possible? So cemetery can be shortened in 1 syllable, or one schwa can be elided. So 1 syllable. Remember that a vowel sound is the nucleus of a syllable. So if we get rid of a vowel sound, we're getting rid of a syllable essentially. So cemetery may be pronounced as cemetery. Okay. In the next one, some people would say different. It's a different question. But in general,
it's different.
It's different, right? Different. 2 syllables. That's the most common pronunciation of this word. Different. Exactly. In the following, we have momentary. We have 4 syllables. But some speakers may use only 3. They may say
momentary.
Exactly. So combining the last 2 syllables and making it into 1. And in the last example, we have general, but using only 2 syllables. How do you pronounce this word using only 2 syllables? I'm going to stop this online timer.
General.
Exactly. General, right? In the middle, there is a schwa. The schwa, it's basically this one. General. And that is the one that is omitted, that is elided. General. Okay. All right. Another examples of elision are the ones that we have here. And before the practical exercise, I would like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4. I would like to ask Areli to read the first 4 and Bastian to read the other 4, if you're okay with that, of course. So, Areli, would you mind reading the first, first 4? Yes, and Bastian, the next 4, please. Thank you.
Is glance.
Sorry, yes. Go on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry if I didn't explain myself clearly. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 for you, Areli, and 5, 6, 7, 8 for Bastian.
Okay. Okay. One is apple.
Mm-hmm.
2 asthma.
Right.
3 fifths.
Mm-hmm.
And glance.
Perfect. So which sound is elided in the first case, in the first example, in the first word? Which yes, which sound is not pronounced? What do you think?
The T.
Perfect. So T is elided. Excellent. In number 2, which one do you think?
The T. and
Because when we say when we have like two ways of pronouncing this, right? We may say
yes.
the or th. So in this case, which one do you think would be the sound that is elided? It's okay if the first one or the second one?
The second?
The second one, exactly. Excellent. So the sound interdental, voiceless, is not pronounced when we say, we don't say, I mean, some speakers, or in general, speakers don't say asthma, right? Because it's quite difficult. So asthma tends to be the pronunciation. What's the sound omitted in number 3?
The is the equal in number 2?
Exactly. The same sound that was elided in number 2 is elided in number 3. Very well done. And what about number 4? Which sound do you think is elided?
The D?
Right, exactly. The sound D is elided. Glands. Glands. No, very hard to say, right? Glands. So the sound D is elided. Very well done. Thank you so much. Good job. This is not easy, particularly under pressure, right? So thanks so much, Adili, again. Bastian, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Take care of 5, 6, 7, and 8, please.
Yes. 5, used to. 6, cup of tea. 7, what's his name? What's his name? And 8, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. In the 5, the phoneme that is not there is the T in used, because it's like is changed to the second 2, so it's like together.
Okay. So D is elided.
Yes.
Excellent.
In the second, the off is not like pronounced because it's like a schwa. It's cup of tea. It's not cup of tea.
Right. So the sound that is elided is because this one is transcribed with a schwa and a v, right? And yes, and the other one, the one with double F, is transcribed, I think, as this. So in this case, the sound that is elided is
Of.
Of, right? V. Exactly. Of. Exactly. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup tea. All right. Cup of tea. What about number 7, Bastian?
The H.
Exactly. The sound.
No, I can't do that.
You did it, and you did it correctly, because when we're dealing with sounds, we need to pronounce the sound. We need to say the sound, or the v sound, or the d sound, or the th sound, because we cannot say the name of the letter. We cannot say D, but D. We cannot say V, but say H, but because we're dealing with sounds here, not with letters, right? And number 8, Bastian, what do you think? Perfect. If you feel uncomfortable saying the or you can describe it. I mean, for this one, labiodental fricative voiced. The labiodental fricative voiced consonant sound. So I guess it's easier to say the right? It's easier.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you have the option. You can describe it or you can produce the sound. Let me get rid of the elements on the right here. So in this case, we're seeing that not only t or d, right, or schwa are elided, right, disappear, right, but also other consonant sounds such as th, right, or such as v, or particularly when they are in between consonant sounds, right? If you pay attention to number 3, we have f, we have th, and we have s. So that's a consonant cluster. Same thing in number 4, n, d, and s. Again, a consonant cluster. So whenever you have a consonant cluster, a consonant sound in the middle is the one that it's going to be elided. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, this is an example of an analysis. In this paragraph, yes, we can call it paragraph, there are examples of elision, right? And I'm going to ask Camila Gonzalez if you could kindly read aloud the paragraph. Camila, can you? I always wonder that, you know, sometimes when you're you're in a class and you're not teaching the class, but you are participating as a student, because I am a student as well or whenever go to a workshop and I'm learning something that someone else is teaching me, I become a student. It's more, you know, comfortable because sometimes I can, you know, go very quickly and grab a glass of water and come back. And also I may pay attention to, I don't know, my daughter who's outside playing. Meanwhile, I listen to the teacher who's you know, lecturing. So I always wonder, what if I'm called to give an answer whenever I go and grab a glass of water and I'm not here? So I get very nervous about that. So I always try to get my glass first here, but sometimes I go and get it. So what happens if I'm not here whenever I'm being called? That's sort of causes some anxiety. So that's something that probably made Camila go away. I didn't want to scare her anyway. But the idea is, in this example, we have elision, okay? So the handsome movie star acts in a film about friendship between a father and a son. The handsome movie star acts in a film about friendship between a father and a son. A father and son, sorry. So where do you think we may find elision here? Any idea? No idea. So let me give you a clue. The handsome movie star acts in a film about friendship between a father and son. Sorry, a father and son. So in this case, The handsome, that's one sound that is elided. Handsome. Movie star, acts, 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 right? We go from k to s immediately. In a film about friendship, friendship, would speakers in general would not say friendship, friendship, right? Go from n to sh, from n to sh immediately, right? Friendship. And then in the last line between father and a son, right? And so in general, you would find this, an, or even you may find only a syllabic n, father and son. I would say probably that since we have a final here, linking here, the next vowel sound, we may go from to shra, father and son. Okay, so in this example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cases of elision. In the first word, I guess all of them are, okay, this is in between the word handsome, acts is also in between, t is elided, friendship, d is also in between the word, okay, and son, I guess this one is in a word boundary, because and the next one is a word starting with consonants, so we get n, we have d, and then we get the initial word sound in the word son. So we get 3 consonants together, a cluster. So the one in the middle disappears, right? This is an exercise that I want you to work with. You can work with this one individually or in pairs. If you want to work in pairs, I need to start a Zoom session, or yourself, you can use, I don't know, WhatsApp or Zoom to work with this, okay? The idea is that you analyze, there's this misspelled word there. Let me try to fix this word immediately. Okay, the idea is to analyze the following, let's call them utterances, identifying all possible features of connected speech. So the idea now is to integrate everything we have seen, everything that you know, meaning assimilation, elision, linking. So the idea is that in these 3 utterances, you can identify all the features of connected speech that might be present here, okay? So I was thinking about having like 5 minutes each statement or each utterance. So 5 minutes for this one, 5 minutes for this one, and 5 minutes for the last one would imply 15 minutes. So let's try first with 15 minutes for this exercise. It's 10:15, about 10:15. So 10:30 would give us probably some time to review only the first one. So take 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to identify all the features of connected speech present in these 3 utterances, 3 statements. Okay, remember assimilation, linking, and elision would be the goals for these 3 statements. Let me just try to double check with you guys. Nicolas Duran, are the instructions clear? Can you tell me what you need to do now? Okay, let me explain this again, just in case there are any questions. The idea in this exercise that contains three exercises, three utterances, is that you are going to analyze them, identifying possible features of connected speech. Okay, possible features of connected speech, meaning try to identify if there are any cases of assimilation, any cases of elision, and any cases of linking, meaning linking R, for example, linking y, and linking w. Okay, and if you find elision, refer if the elision is the t sound or the d sound or a schwa or any other consonant sound, right? And if it's assimilation, remember to refer to this as if it's regressive assimilation or a case of progressive assimilation. Okay? I think that because of the time is 10:20, you might take the rest of the class to work with this exercise. So try to do it now so it doesn't become homework, right? So you don't do it in your own time. Try to work on this now during the rest of this class. And this is going to be the first item that we're going to review the following class next week. Okay? So if you can, use the time that we still have for this class to work on this exercise so you're free after the session to do whatever you want. If there are any questions, please let me know. Okay, let me know. My suggestion is that you might write these sentences in your notebook in a piece of paper, and then maybe you can work with some abbreviations like L for linking, right? Or or A for assimilation, and this E for elision. Okay?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, please.
It's not related with this, but you said that we had to use the rest of the time doing this. So the class is finishing. So I have to do this question now. Did you check the first speaking quiz that we do like 2 months ago?
Yeah, I think I'm done with the only thing that I haven't finished is that some students because of different reasons did not send or did not attach the file using the LMS. So that is why some of the revisions have taken me longer, because whenever I upload grades and not all of the grades are there, I receive emails from students saying why my grade is not there if I send the recording. So that's the only thing that's keeping me from uploading the grades in the LMS. That I'm still checking in the mail, the last files that were sent to me through the mail and not through the LMS. And this the last recording that was sent, that you all sent through the LMS, I also had the same situation that some students, because of many reasons, that they said that they were not able to upload the file to the LMS because A, B, C, D, or E, or F. I'm still working on recovering these recordings from the mail because I already download the recordings from the LMS. So that's the only thing, the only situation that's keeping me from uploading the grades from the first speaking quiz. And I totally understand that sometimes there are, and this is sort of an explanation. I understand that sometimes there are technical issues, technical elements that make it very impossible to upload a task through the LMS. But I think it's sometimes you have to try to
Teacher?
not wait till. Let me finish, Gaspar. Not
sorry,
wait.
sorry.
Yes, not wait till the last minute or the last 10 minutes before midnight to do it, because eventually, technical issues happen. So that thing that's also taking time. The review, going through going to my mail and trying to download, because in general the subject is not there. It's not like very clear in the mail, because if I type, for example, speaking quiz, I may get all the speaking quizzes sent to me through the mail. So I have to go um, typing the name of each one of the students who are whose speaking quizzes are not there. Okay, it's this sort of a long explanation, but that's sort of taking more time. Gaspar?
Oh, teacher, I can do this homework in my copybook, right?
Absolutely, because the idea is that next class, through this sort of holistic task, because this task is not only focusing on linking but also on assimilation and elision. Um, we can sort of integrate everything, and next class we may recycle through this task. That's the purpose of this task, recycling all of the features of connected speech that we have been discussing through the last sessions. So yeah, if you feel
In the other
comfortable,
classes, right?
yes. So if you feel comfortable doing this in your notebook, I would say go ahead. Go ahead. If you are more like into using Word, you can do that as well. So the idea is not the medium. The idea is that you are able to identify the different features, the different possible features of connected speech. So whenever, I mean, next class we're going to analyze these three. So you have to read it aloud first, and then you have to tell us which features of connected speech you were able to identify. Because there are many ways to read something. You may use linking or not, depending on the way you read this aloud. Okay. So in
Okay,
connection to the
teacher. Thank you.
yes. So in connection to your question, Gaspar, you can use a piece of paper to work on this. In connection to the previous question, what's delaying me is trying to find all the recordings in my mail, and because I'm done with the ones sent to me through the LMS. So I guess that would be the option, to upload the grades that I have from the recordings sent to me through the LMS, and just leave empty spaces for the ones that were sent to me through my mail, and then eventually fill the spaces there later. Maybe that could be an option, right?
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
Sure. So I'll see you next week. I would say
Tuesday.
on Tuesday, right? I'm going to thank you, Gaspar. I'm going to ask Miss Javiera, because she's going to be leading the class on Tuesday, to work on this exercise first. Okay. Righty. So that's going to be the end of this session. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this activity. Um, I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to put it in the chat, and I'm going to write the instructions so that everyone, even if someone was not here, may be able to comply with the task. Okay, so that's going to be all for today. That's a task. So in the chat, I'm going to write for next class, work on the task given above. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done for today. I'm going to finish typing the instructions in the chat box. These instructions that I'm going to type are for you in order to remember the task for the students who were not here today, so they can know what's going to happen next class. And also for Ms. Javiera, so she can take a look at what we did today and what's coming next class, right? So I'm going to finish with this. You have a wonderful rest of the day. I will see you on Tuesday. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye bye, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye.
Teacher.